Do you remember climbing the Great Pyramid?
Yes, I do. Yeah, I think it's 500 foot, isn't it? Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, the great one. Yeah, but it's not as I imagined it. I thought the sides were smooth, which I suppose they were originally, but the depth of the blocks are massive, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like 4 foot wide. I mean, as you go up, and it really is a hell of a climb to get to the top, but well worth it. I mean, but the thing that surprised me most was the Sphinx, which was incredibly small compared to how whenever you see it, like there, that looks half the size of the pyramid, doesn't it?
Yes.
And there's nothing like it.
But in actual fact, it's about the size of a cab of a truck.
Yeah. It just really is. I couldn't believe. I thought it was a smaller one when I got there. I thought it was the real one.
And do any particular stories or recollections of the shows themselves?
Apart from the start of the show, for me, I just couldn't believe that they started the show with El Paso, Marty Robbins, out in the West Texas. I stood there with my mouth open, thinking, what? But and also the fact that there were children walking on the stage and unplugging monitors and things, and people would come on and wander on and pick them up and take them off. It was like I've never seen anything like it. And then, like I said before, Candice, the lighting designer, said, hey Riv, do you want some acid? And being bored and there for weeks, I said, oh, okay, yeah, thinking it would be after the show, when the show finished. But 10 minutes later, with the lights on chase on stage, I felt a tap on my shoulder, and Candice, the LD, handed me a Vicks Sinex bottle full of liquid acid. But I must say, it wasn't heavy duty. It was very mild. It wasn't blow your head off stuff. It was obviously it was very mild, because it was like, give it to me after the show. Like, oh, I'm sorry, there's none left. No, I didn't take it all. But it was great, especially when you think, if you're going to have a trip on acid, do it at the pyramids when there's an eclipse. I mean, unbelievable.
I've never done it, but
is that because the police are listening, Richard?
No, it's
you.
Because I never have. I actually never have. So the acid, was it every day, every show?
Well, when you wanted it, really. I mean,
they had enough for the whole.
Yeah.
Trip.
Oh, yeah. They had. I mean, well, you think of a Vicks Sinex bottle. I mean, you only want a couple of drips, at the end on whatever
sugar
cube, whatever. But like I say, obviously, if you've taken loads, but if you just took a couple of drips, then it was mild. It was in that situation. You think, like I say, if you're ever going to take it, do it in that situation, not sat at home in your front room.
Is that why when you look at any of the videos of the shows in Egypt, you can't actually see them?
Probably, yeah.
Do you remember the journey home? Finally.
Oh.
Because actually,
yeah.
I'll tell you something. I met, because of the amount of admin we had to go through getting the stuff in, I was introduced to a freight forwarder in Cairo who got us out.
Right.
And hopefully, do you recall it was actually very smooth leaving?
It was. It was. It was as good as you're going to get. It was good. It was good coming out. It was what you'd expect. It was a day or whatever it was, but it was. The nightmare was that we were on a passenger boat, and I was complaining earlier about the freighter, but the passenger boat was 100 times worse.
Oh, really?
Unbelievable. Oversold, overpacked. We had cabins which, you wouldn't put a dog in really. But
was it going back to Venice?
Yeah. The trouble was there were so many people sleeping on the deck in sleeping bags and getting up and crapping beside the sleeping bag.
Oh my goodness.
The crew of the boat went up there and battered them with sticks, and it was just disgusting. It was horrendous. But yeah, it was
pretty grim.
Grim, but it was only 3 days as opposed to sort of 6 or 7.
And finally, did you come along to the Rainbow Show?
No, I think I was out. I think I was on tour with someone else actually.
By the time you got back.
But on the way back from there, we came from Venice up through Germany, and it just so happened that the Oktoberfest was on.
Oh, okay.
And so we decided that because the equipment wasn't needed in a hurry, that we would a good place to stop for the night in Munich. So that's what we did, and we parked in a railway siding and got a taxi into town and went to the Oktoberfest. And the thing that I can remember, which will stick with me for the rest of my life, is we got extremely drunk, came out of the fairgrounds, which they have there, and I don't remember this, but this is what must have happened. And as we were going to get the taxi, I opened the door of I think it was Kerry's truck, and for some reason I clocked it. I looked in the side pocket, and there was a bottle of Perrier water there, and I don't know why I saw it, why it stuck in my mind, but anyway, I knew it was there, and we went to this beer festival, and what I must have done is I must have bought a chicken from the spit roast because I was hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I woke up in the morning with the light coming through, because I hadn't drawn the curtains
in the truck,
I was surrounded by chicken bones, and I'd obviously eaten this chicken, or started to eat it, when it was off the spit, and my two lips were like an inch down. Both lips were complete blisters.
Oh.
And I couldn't close my mouth. I daren't do anything because I thought they were going to burst. And I laid there, and all I could think of was this bottle of Perrier, because my throat was dry. And I actually broke into Kerry's truck, because I could remember it was because we had a quarter light on the F88, and I managed to get a screwdriver in there, and he was out of the count. And I got this bottle of Perrier, and I couldn't put it to my mouth. I had to